Welcome to This Is Paris, your weekly backstage pass with French champions Paris Saint-Germain. Coming up, les Rouges et Bleus come unstuck in Rennes.
C'est pas trop le moment de parler, c'est le moment de travailler.
The women's team are warming up for the start of the season.
Just excited to get started.
We turn back the clock to when Paris made history against Toulouse.
Je crois qu'on a marqué l'histoire du club.
And Angel Di Maria looks ahead to a fifth season in Rouge et Bleu.
Espero que este año sea mucho mejor todavía.
Hi, I'm Sarah Devritz, and you are watching This is Paris.
After a home win over Nîmes on the opening day of the 2019-20 season, Paris Saint-Germain travelled to Rennes for their first away game of the campaign. Stade Rennais FC, the Coupe de France holders, and the side that Les Rouges et Bleus defeated 2 weeks earlier in the Trophée des Champions. Paris coach Thomas Tuchel made two changes from the side that defeated Nîmes at the Parc des Princes. Angel Di Maria and Thomas Meunier both returning to the starting 11. It was a very important moment because it was very difficult to find space. I knew it would be because they're a team that play very defensively in a 5-3-2 formation. They ran a lot and gave it absolutely everything to stay in the fight with us. That's why it was so hard to find space between the lines or out wide to try and accelerate the play. We scored a goal, and that was the time to try and score the second. We had the possibility in the next 10 minutes that followed, but we didn't close out the match during that period. We know that it's very difficult to score goals, especially away from home. We worked very hard and we managed to get that goal, but then we have to be smarter to avoid conceding the goal we did just before half-time. We need to be very focused in defense because teams wait for the smallest mistake to try and score a goal. And once they're level, it becomes very difficult. After, we lacked quality. We weren't able to find solutions when attacking in one-on-one situations. But that will come.
Partout où on va,
Everywhere we
les équipes,
go,
ils
the
jouent
opposition
serré,
sits
fermé.
very
Nous, on
deep
essaye
to
de
defend
défenser
and
beaucoup
close
plus
down the
offensivement.
game.
Mais il faut pas qu'on oublie aussi de
We try and
faire des
attack as much as
efforts
possible, but
défensifs.
you can't forget about defense.
Aujourd'hui,
The whole
c'était
team struggled a bit
vraiment
physically today.
un peu bas physiquement parlant à toute l'équipe. C'est pas trop le moment de
Now isn't the time to talk. Now it's time for heads down and hard work, to stay calm.
De rester tranquille. On sait que
It's only the start of a long season. We also know we have to pick up points. We can't afford to make the same mistakes again.
Il faut plus faire les mêmes erreurs que.
I hope we'll analyze this situation well. This match will serve us in the future.
Ça va nous servir pour la suite.
While the Ligue 1 Championship got underway in early August, Paris Saint-Germain's first match of the Women's Division 1 is on Sunday the 25th of August with the visit of Soyo to the French capital. And after running up the Eiffel Tower a week earlier, Les Parisiens headed to the Parc des Princes for a day of club media activities and the traditional team photo. It's a tight-knit squad that has quickly welcomed its new players.
I've been here for a few weeks now, and I have to say, there have been a lot of changes for me. Things I have to get used to, such as all these different languages, English, French. But I love it here, and the team has made me feel very welcome. We have a lot of fun on the pitch, and we're getting better and better each week, the closer we get to the start of the season.
Ja, jetzt langsam bereit werden für den Saisonstart.
To ensure the team will be in peak form for the opening match of the campaign, coach Olivier Echouafny and his girls headed to Switzerland on the 15th of August for the Women's International Cup. A tournament with AC Milan, Juventus and FC Zurich.
It's always great to take part in tournaments where we play other Champions League sides, such as Zurich, Juventus and AC Milan. That's the best way to prepare for the new season. We try things and we have fun. Off the field, the new players also had to sing, which really makes for a fun evening. We get along really well.
Kommt der Spaß auch nicht zu kurz.
The first opponent in Switzerland was Italian outfit AC Milan, and the Parisians showed they're already in fine form with a 6-0 triumph. The goals coming courtesy of last season's top scorer, Marie-Antoinette Katoto. Fellow France international Kadidiatou Diani added 2 more. And there were further goals from Sandy Baltimore and Anaïta Zamanian. When you score goals, automatically that gives the team confidence. A number of different players scored today, so that's always good too. I'm also very happy to have kept a clean sheet because we've conceded in our last 3 matches. We were solid at the back and conceded very few chances. Now we have to try and build on this for Sunday's game. Above all, we have to work on our recovery and then do what we need to win the tournament.
I think this is just kind of the moments where we've put all the prep into action. We're hoping to come out with another win against Juventus in this next game to win this tournament. So it's just all the work coming together right now, and obviously there's some fun moments. It's a fun group, so whether that's everyone coming up who's new to sing in front of the team, or how energetic the treatment room is, even at like 11 o'clock at night. This team's just always having fun with each other, which is amazing.
Applaus Paris Saint-Germain und Juventus FC.
Sunday in the final of the Women's International Cup against Italian champions Juventus, captained by former Paris player Sara Gamma. And as it was against AC Milan, Les Rouges et Bleus turned on the style, symbolised by teenage Canadian Jordan Heidemer, who netted a brace as Paris ran out 4-0 victors.
Go!
We finished on a high note with a great win, a deserved win. I think we could even have scored a few more goals. But the girls answered the challenge despite the heat that made things tough. We were confident, controlled the rhythm of the match. It was a really good tournament. We scored 10 goals in 2 games and didn't concede any. It was very positive. The girls are really motivated and want to start well.
Ja, ich freue mich wahnsinnig, wenn es dann endlich losgeht.
I can't wait to start this season. We're still in pre-season and we can't wait to get started. I'm just impatient to be there for the first match.
Ich bin natürlich auch sehr gespannt, wie es sein wird, das erste Spiel zu bestreiten.
And obviously we want to start strong because it's a tight league and it could come down to 3 points at the end of the day. So yeah, just excited to get started.
Still to come, we turn back the clock with Rai, Bravo and Valdo to the night Paris won the league against Toulouse. The capital club continues its fight against all forms of discrimination. And Angel Di Maria joins us to look ahead to a 5th season in Rouge et Bleu. After defeat against Rennes, the Paris Saint-Germain squad was back on the pitch at the Uridu Training Centre this week to prepare for the Week 3 Ligue 1 clash at home to Toulouse. And there was good news for Les Rouges et Bleus, who were joined on the pitch by Ander Herrera, as the Spaniard continues to make his way back from injury. He's very tough with me, very tough. But it's for my own good. In Week 3 of the Ligue 1 season, Paris Saint-Germain will host Toulouse. 25 years ago, this fixture pitted the league leaders in Rouge et Bleu against second from bottom. And on the 16th of October 1994, while Le TFC were fighting for their top-flight survival, Paris Saint-Germain were looking for the win that would see them crowned champions for the second time in the club's history. We had very talented players. There was Rai, Weah, I won't name them all, but we had great players. We had a team that made history. Back then, football in general, and the French league especially, was a much more even playing field. It was indeed a golden age for French football and Les Rouges et Bleus, who the previous year had won the Coupe de France for a third time. In the 1993-94 campaign, they again reached a European semi-final, this time in the Cup Winners' Cup, one of 5 consecutive continental semi-finals between 1993 and 1997, including the Final Four of the Champions League a year later in 1995. The side coached by Arthur Georges dominated this Week 36 match against Toulouse, and the winning goal duly arrived midway through the second half. Valdo's 72nd minute corner headed home by his compatriot and future Paris coach, Ricardo Gomes. The moment we scored, when we won that league title, was very emotional. It was a team in our day that made their mark on the history of this club, on the supporters, the lives of these supporters. There was pressure, a lot of expectation. We were French champions. When you achieve something like that, when you win the league, you've written a page in the club's history. There's no place for discrimination of any kind in football or at Paris Saint-Germain. Government representative in the fight against racism, anti-Semitism and anti-LGBT hate, Frédéric Potier visited the park recently to recognize Paris Saint-Germain's work. Paris Saint-Germain have done a great job. We work with the same organizations, Sportitude, LICRA and SOS Homophobia. Our common objective is to fight against all forms of hate in football. Together we work towards prevention, trying to teach people and change ideas, and then when it's needed, enforce sanctions. It's a whole process that we're working on together to eradicate discrimination from our stadiums. First and foremost, Paris Saint-Germain are great champions, champions of France. There's a spotlight on everything that happens here and at the Parc des Princes. The club must also be a leader off the pitch in terms of ethics and respect. I can see the club takes it very seriously with its supporters in terms of its image, its catchphrases and in terms of prevention. I'm happy to be here to laud what's been done so far and what we can do in the future. I came to the park last season with my 7-year-old and it was a great family atmosphere. More of the same, please. On the score sheet against Rennes in the Trophée des Champions, and again versus Nîmes, Ángel Di María has made a cracking start to his 5th season with Paris Saint-Germain. It's longer than he's ever spent at a club, and he's feeling more and more at home in the French capital. It's just great. I'm very, very happy. I really want to stay at this club for a number of years to come. I hope to fulfill every year of my contract, and then we'll see what happens.
Son
côté gauche est ouvert. Il fallait aller très 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 loin pour prendre ce coup franc d'Ángel Di María.
I think I've had 4 good years here. Things have gotten better and better. I made a very good start to life in France, and each year I've adapted a little bit more to the championship, to the country, the city, to everything. Slowly, slowly. Rome wasn't built in a day. Each year we keep learning. I always say that. You can be 20 years old or 30. With each passing year, you'll always learn something new, discover new things. The most important thing is to have great teammates that give you the opportunity to keep improving and to learn a lot more.
On l'a senti depuis un long moment, il est chaud, bouillant, l'Argentin, il est capable d'aller chercher une trajectoire improbable sur ce coup franc-là. Di María, c'est bon! Un coup franc qui fait chavirer le Parc des Princes et qui offre un peu d'avance au Paris Saint-Germain. Son pied gauche est diabolique.
I think last season, my 4th, was my best since signing for Paris Saint-Germain. It was a very good season, both on a team level and also individually for me. Sometimes it can be hard when there are so many stars in a team. It's normal that Eddie, Kylian, Ney, they all love scoring. They want to attack and try and score. Last season, I was able to score a lot of goals too, to play higher up the pitch. Unfortunately, it was because of injuries to Ney and Eddie that I played as a forward and was in a position to score more. But I'm very happy. Like I said, year after year we progress. We know the league better and better. We adapt. I hope this season will be even better still. A few days ago, Ángel Di María caught the eye with a text he published on social media about the life of a footballer.
¿Qué hiciste el lunes? Fui a entrenar. ¿Qué hiciste el martes? Fui a entrenar. ¿Qué hiciste el miércoles? Fui a entrenar. ¿Qué hiciste el jueves? Fui a entrenar. ¿Qué hiciste el viernes? Fui a entrenar. ¿Haces algo el finde? No puedo. Juego. Sinceramente,
honestly, it was a piece I found on the internet and I liked it because today
encontré en internet.
A lot of people think you earn a lot of money, that life is easy. You live in Paris or Madrid or somewhere else. You have a nice car. People think like that. And most of the time, they don't look behind that. They don't look any further to see the person or what happened before.
A veces no mira todo lo que pasó antes.
I don't know if it's so much the case in Europe, But it's like this in Argentina, because there are a lot of people who don't have money. They can't buy football boots, it's hard to go to training, it's too far, you need a bike. All this sort of stuff. I identify with that. And I know it's not only footballers, but other athletes can also identify with this. Because it's hard to reach the very top if you haven't experienced the very bottom.
Ça va passer, Di Maria. Di Maria très fort. Très, très fort même.
In Argentina, football stirs up a lot of passion, and when you don't run enough, people say, why does he earn so much? But we also have a life. We have a family, children. And sometimes there are other things going on in your life, or it's just not your day. And people don't want to understand that. They think we're machines, that when we step onto the field, we just start running, goal, goal. But sometimes it doesn't happen. We're humans. We make mistakes. It's all part of life.